Hello, hello.
Hi. Oh, why am I in the?
You want here?
Hey.
Hello,
Hi.
hello, Heather. Welcome, everyone.
Hi, guys. So today, I'm switching it up a little bit. I know I said I was going to do some decorated cookies, but I decided to show you how to make soft cutout cookies. Marlon she's been using those, right, for several projects.
Well, when I make buttercream, it's my preferred cookie
Yeah.
canvas.
And so if you guys wanted to check it out, you can find it on my blog, hanielas.com. And the recipe on the far right, it's the recipe you want to click on, and it will link you to the page where I share all the details how to make it. And there's a printable recipe card there as well. Okay. And hey Jeremy, before we get started, I know some of you wanted to see behind the scenes from the wall that I was sharing last Tuesday, right, in the studio. So it started off as white wall, and I really wanted to do. What is this called? What's this style called? Do you know more? This I wanted to do this wall anyway, so with the lines of like free flowing colors, and I decided to do gray because I take pictures here, so I didn't want to have any color casting shadow on my when I do the pictures. And I use tape to divide the wall. And I basically just bought one can of paint that was gray. That's the color, that's the darkest gray you see here on the screen. And I just kept adding white color to it, white paint, to get all different shades. And yeah, so, and then we also added some organization here so I could have few things that I need there. And that's how it came to life. So it took us a weekend and a few stops at IKEA.
Yes.
Yeah. And I also wanted to tell you, I just released a new template in my coffee shop, in a template shop. This is template for the dome, and also there is a transfer sheet for the rose. So this is a great for Beauty and the Beast theme cookies. And if you didn't see, I also have hard soccer ball cookie decorating template there. So if you wanted to check it out, coffee. Where is the link to the coffee? I can.
I'll find it.
Trying to
No, this
find it.
is this it here? Both? No. Here it is.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to, I guess, jump right in to the process.
Yeah, it's a little abstract, Kathleen. That's right. So Kathleen wanted. Is it Kathleen here? Hold on a second. Jeremy saying he's got to go shopping for a dishwasher. Supposedly, it's inventory stuff for stuff like that. Susan, were you not feeling well on Tuesday? You, Han, because she's asking if you're feeling.
Yes, I was not. I was not. Yes, even last what was it, last Tuesday or Friday, and then on Tuesday I was not feeling that great. But it's all better now. So
Hey,
hi
Stephanie.
Sally, thank you for asking, Susan.
Hello,
So
Anne.
I've got thank you. I really wanted to do a colorful ball, but because this is also a photo studio where I take pictures, and if you put like a bright color on the wall, it will cast a shadow on your um, photo station. Anyway, so here I've got my room temperature butter. This is 1 cup. We're
So
just going to
just a reminder, the recipes on
the
the
recipe is on the blog. Like I said, if you just type in hanielas.com, currently I have it set up so it's the recipe on the right, soft cutout chewy cookies with buttercream frosting. So that's the one I'm going to be making today. All right, so I've got soft butter here. I'm going to, I guess I'll mute myself. How do I do that? And
mute. It's right there, Han, at the bottom there on the left. So she's sparing you guys the electric mixer. Did you? I don't know if she can hear me. I don't know if she got the wireless one. She went to the KitchenAid store and they had wireless equipment. The new
No,
wire
I did not get the wireless because I read so many
negative comments.
yeah, negative comments, conflicting comments. So this has a wire. I don't know if
Uh,
fully wired here. So I'm just going to add sugar to this. This is 2 cups.
Hi, Joanne.
I'm gonna beat it for about a minute or two, and then I'll add sour cream. So this is full fat, about 30% here. I haven't tried it with. You have tried it with Greek yogurt, right?
I did. It was good, but they were drier.
They
Like
were drier. Okay, so this is sour cream. I left it at room temperature. It is important that all your ingredients are at room temperature, okay? And then we're also going to add eggs, 2 eggs, and then we'll add the flour. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself so you don't hear all the mixer noises.
And we don't really have a preference. I mean, we do spend the majority of our time on Facebook. YouTube has made it tough to with ad dollars. Anyway, now as far as ad money, it's mostly on Facebook. That's where we're focusing our attention. You haven't missed anything, Karen. Hannah's making her soft rolled cookies, and the recipe's on her blog. It's a recipe that I find is delicious paired with buttercream because they're more cakey. I compare them to a whoopie pie if I had to compare them to something. And so they're you can roll them and cut them and use your cookie cutters, and then I guess you could put royal icing if you wanted. It's a much softer cookie. And another thing to consider, therefore, a little bit more fragile if you're shipping them because they're more like cakeish, but they're very good. They're very tasty. Yeah, the electric equipment sure makes a racket. The KitchenAid store, yes, she went to some sort of store when she was traveling in Europe and got all her kind of KitchenAid mixer and extra beaters and stuff. You can
Yes, it's close to Munich. We went to Barbara Wealth. She has a wonderful. It's a family-owned store, wonderful store close to Munich. Um, they had a lot of different brands and variety of mixers and other tools there. So it was really nice stuff there. All right, I'm gonna continue mixing my sour cream and then I'll add the eggs. And also I'm using vanilla and almond extract in this recipe.
see June tried the Greek yogurt as well, but just the sour cream is preferred. Oh yes, that's it. There's all different recipes. The powdered sugar sometimes also will resolve spreading issues because there is a bit of cornstarch in there. So it'll help the cookies not spread so much. Just putting in some eggs. Your wife compares you to a whoopie pie? Oh, well. It's a pretty batter. It's a little bit sticky to work with. I do like to use my Dough Easy rolling mat with this particular dough because it is a little sticky, but it's worth it. It just switches things up, if you're always making the same thing. And I guess I saw brown. She's putting vanilla, I think.
So now we're doing vanilla, and this is what I got here. This is almond extract, type of an almond extract, white rose, cook's ingredient, just a drop of almond. But this is like an oil extract,
So
oil
you
based.
wouldn't want to put that in.
So I wouldn't put that into my royal. It's also kind of like a very thick consistency, or thicker, not as liquid. Okay.
That's great.
And now I
Nice.
can add. Somebody mentioned powdered sugar in the cookie recipe. I love using powdered sugar in some of the recipes. In this, I use granulated.
Oh yeah, well, Joanne, no, you wouldn't use this to ship. I don't think it would be a good idea. Did you see Sweet Amber has a post on her blog for the shipping, like really detailed how to package them and everything. You might want to check that out. Yeah, almond extract gives a nice flavor for sure.
Now, having said that, you can't really ship these. I'm just gonna. Well, you know what? Let's finish this, and I'll show you cookies from Tuesday. Okay, where that we did with the buttercream. So here I've got this recipe uses baking powder, baking soda, and also salt. So you're gonna put that all in, and I'm going to whisk it if I can find my whisk. If you can find a whisk, a beater will work as well. And this is a lot of flour, I know. It's 5.5 cups. And you might need a little more for the rolling if it's too sticky. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram. I haven't tried adding. Did you get gluten-free chips? Right? You have to get gluten-free chips, right?
If you're getting them from like sealed, there's no, I don't think, any gluten in that. The only thing I'd worry about is maybe trace nut, you know.
Oh, that's true, yes.
But I would be very surprised there would be gluten at the chocolate chip manufacturing plant.
I like this mixer because it has 9 speeds. Do you also have a speed mixer?
I've never really noticed the speeds because I just always put it up to the top. So I've never really noticed. It doesn't make much of a noise because you've got the sound on now and I can't even hear anything.
Yeah, it's at like I'm at speed 1. If I go, so this is speed 2. It's not too bad, huh?
No, still no noise. Yes, you're good to continue with focusing on your royal icing until you get it, you know, the way you want, and then you can kind of experiment with other things. Hannah and I have worked on cakes also, and that's why we're a little bit familiar with that medium as well.
So you work with cakes more than I did.
Oh, you made your fair share of cakes too?
Yes, but you have made some tall. What's your tallest cake?
Oh, it's probably 4 like tiers.
Wow.
But it's been a long time ago. I do like an almond extract. I like it with you know those kind of vintage recipes with those red cherries. There were these almond bars with those chemical red cherries.
It's M.
Maraschino cherries.
Yes, very chemical.
Maraschino kind of dye cherries, dye flavored.
Yes, they're very dry. They have them here as well, so you can see it's very sticky. At this point, you want to like if it gets to the point where it's like overly sticky, you can add a little more flour. It's fine, but once you refrigerate it, it will be a bit friendlier. Okay.
Yes. You see, like it's more like a cake-ish batter.
You can get your hands in if you want to with it. Well, this is a bit stickier than I would have liked. So let's see. I've got my flour here. It really depends on the ingredients too. Like if your sour cream is a bit runnier.
Yes.
So that may have been the problem here. I'm just gonna add a little more, get in with my hand, just so I can get it out of the bowl.
Italian pinoles. That sounds very good. It's with almond flour.
Ooh. So it's just the egg white and almond flour. Valentine's Day plans. Do you have any Valentine's Day plans, Mar?
Not really. I mean, we're just opening up. It's just the restaurants just opened. It's just starting to open up. My daughter this week went to school for the first time in 2 years on Monday.
think you'll go somewhere?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. We're gonna, um, life is still far from normal. The restaurants, I mean, it's a struggle because they lost all their staff, and then these people can't wait forever, so they found other jobs. So most restaurants are understaffed. So if you go to the restaurant, it's an absolute nightmare because you're sitting there waiting forever for your food, and so it's gonna be a while before life returns and that it's normal again.
Okay, so I managed to get a little piece, little piece out of the. Oh my god, I hate working with the. Oh gosh, somebody please come up with a better. Like you get it out and you get this much.
It's all stretched and
yes, yes. Please tell me you also struggle with it.
So Jeremy, are you doing something romantic for your wife?
Okay.
Rice flour for making cookies. I have not.
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. But rice flour, isn't that kind of like it would create, I think, soft cookie? No? I would think it's like very soft, like starch, like it's like almost like starch.
Yes.
You can also divide it. You can also divide it into two discs. Like I said, it's on a softer side, and then you want to chill it. Or you do wax paper, yes. But I have to be careful not to use up my wax paper because here you can't find wax paper. So I'm saving it for the cookie decorating. Okay, so I'm putting this in, and lucky you, I've got one that's been chilling.
Oh, Leanne, you're a Valentine's Day baby?
Oh, happy birthday. So you can see this been chilled and it's a bit firmer. Okay, you want to make sure that you chill it enough. Like I said, I like to actually divide it into two discs. And to roll it out, I'm going to use my Dough Easy Rolling Guide mat. And we're going to
Yes.
quarter inch. Oh, pizzelle. Oh, rice flour is for a hard biscuit. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Oh, you had your wedding on Valentine's Day. That's fun. Happy anniversary. I think now wedding anniversaries should be all completely different. It's not just like a wedding anniversary. You survived a pandemic together. I mean, how many people's, didn't, that's the challenge of a relationship. Let me tell you, lock yourself up in a house for 2 years with somebody, see if you still want to be married.
Well, it is true. There's so many divorces, right? Because of I think as a result. All right, so
very challenging time.
Yes. Now, as far as the cutters, I'm going to use Easter egg and maybe.
How long did you chill it for, Han?
Well, I made it this morning. So what time is it? So it's remember it's 6 hour difference. So I would chill it for like 8 hours overnight. Or if you want to speed it up, you can also put it in a freezer.
Oh, that's great, Susan. You're forced into a room. There's another way to.
Oh, it's what saved your marriage. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Well, the problem is, I think a lot of people work when you work, right? Your spouse goes to work, you go to work, you get to see each other in the morning, and then you see each other when you come home, and then you have kids, and then suddenly you are together for 24/7. So it's not the easiest of the things.
Oh, that's great, Angie. You guys were used to it. Your Matt Han, Taiwana wants to know about it.
Well, this is, I'm going to turn it so you can see. I'm going to trim it here because it's getting a bit too long. I'm going to turn it so you can see. It's called Dough Easy Rolling Guide, Dough Easy Rolling Guide mat or rolling guide system. And I have it in my Amazon shop. I've had this mat now since I believe 2014 or 15. So I've had it for a long time. Yeah, lots of cookies.
And I have the same one. It looks exactly the same as the day we got it.
Yes.
She, I mean, her name is it
Donna?
the creator? Is it Donna or Diana? Anyway,
Donna or Diana?
yeah. And so you can still order them on Amazon. I think she even has a website. It's a great
Yes.
product.
It's about $40, I think.
About.
This is the cutter I'm going to be using. This is an egg-shaped scally from Sweet Sugar Bell. So I'm going to make a few eggs.
Oh, Heather.
And then I also have, let me put this on a.
Yes, you can cut the cookies with a cookie cutter, but don't hand cut with an X-Acto knife on that mat. You can cut it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't cut with an X-Acto knife on this because you're going to
ruin it. So you can use cookie cutters.
Yes. So if it gets too soft, again, chill it. I'm just using a mat to kind of lift it up. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And I'm placing it on my baking sheet. I have a sheet lined with perforated mat. Hello, Marnie. So this is a perforated mat. We talked about this before. You see through. It's not like a silicone mat where it's solid. It has like little holes in there. Okay, and now I also have this cutter. I got this recently, actually on Monday, I think.
Oh, are they plastic or steel?
Oh, this is plastic.
Oh, they're plastic.
Yes, they're plastic. This is going to be kind of interesting to get this out, but because this is a soft dough, and this is a rainbow. So maybe something for St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. I have used royal icing on this recipe. It works, but I would suggest if you decide to do royal icing that you turn the cookie upside down. So you decorate the underside because it's flatter than the top. Because we are using baking soda also, the top is slightly domed. It's not like it's super flat.
This only applies to this particular recipe
Yes.
that she's using today.
Okay. And these I like to make at 350, which is 180 degrees of Celsius. Depending on the size of the cookie, usually 8 to 9 minutes. You don't want to go too long because then they will get too brown and you lose the softness. All right. And lucky for you, I baked them already, so I'm just going to show you what they look like baked. And I'll show you the cookies from the Tuesday. All right. So here are my cookies, and I'm sticking these in the oven. Like I said, 350 degrees of Fahrenheit.
And one's really close to the side.
Which one?
I don't know. I just saw fast. I'm just telling you.
This one? Let me just rearrange maybe the eggs.
It was maybe one of the rainbows.
Okay, we'll see.
So I find on the perforated mat that it's better to stay away from that red perimeter. The red perimeter seems to get hotter than the black area, and so they tend to brown more if it's on that red.
Oh yeah? Okay. I'm setting my timer for 8 minutes.
Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Jeremy. So let's do 8 minutes. Okay. So now I'm going to the leftover dough, you can roll it out and then chill it and then cut out more cookies. Okay, I'm just going to put it.
So Anne, I don't generally, and I don't think Han either, roll directly on our surface just because depending on how sticky your dough is, well then your cookies, you're gonna have to come somehow scoop it off of your work surface. So if you don't have like some sort, it doesn't have to be a fancy mat. You can roll on parchment paper, but it's just so that if you've rolled your cookies, imagine you're rolling that into the surface and then there's like a little bit of stickiness. Then you cut it. Then you want to get it off and keep it a perfect shape. It's not ideal to roll, right? So if you can roll on parchment paper even, it'll ensure you get
Yes, it just helps to get it out. Like any cookie, any cutout cookie, it just helps to, unless you're working with lots of flour and it's there flying on the surface. But you don't want to add too much flour because then it will make your cookies stuff. Any cookies you make, it's better to.
And your scraps can't really re-roll if you're adding a ton of flour.
Yes. So here are the cookies. These are baked. I baked these a couple hours ago.
They look yummy. I want one.
So these are very good as they are.
Yes.
Because of the perforated mat, I don't know if you can see, they bake really evenly, and there is even like a really nice design. So if you were to use this with royal icing, this is what I would suggest, that you decorate this side. I mean, I have done this side, but because there is a slight curve, you see the curve, very slight doming.
Yeah.
If you're a beginner, your icing might slide off. Okay, so I would recommend that you decorate this side. And now, as far as what they look like inside, these are really good. And you can see they are soft on a softer side. Very good. Sorry, Mar.
I like them plain. I find those cookies are good just like that with nothing.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to show you. I know I need to wrap it up in 2 minutes.
Oh no, take your time.
So, you can see I already started munching on this one. I'll be honest. So this is a project from Tuesday. Now, you didn't see the piñata process, but I just wanted to show you. This is all buttercream that I used. And you see I'm using a cling wrap on it, and everything is fine. And this is at room temperature. So I'm going to be sharing this recipe, hopefully for the buttercream, hopefully next week. Oops. It does firm up, but I'm going to, it's firm. I don't know if you can see. Can you see my finger?
Oh yeah, you're pressing quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm pressing quite a bit. Like it's going to give, it's going to give at the end, but it's not like hard like a rock.
Mm-hmm.
It's still like soft underneath, but you can actually stack them. So that's really good to have something like that.
So she'll be. This is her version of a crusting buttercream.
Yes, it's a combination of buttercream that I have on the blog. It comes with the soft cutout cookie recipe. It's there, but because that recipe tends to crust to the point where it's a bit hard to my liking, so I created kind of like a mutant,
a hybrid,
yes. So I've been munching on these, and I just wanted to show you. Yeah, I made these on Tuesday. The only thing is you have to let it crust, basically just like royal icing. Like I would say overnight to make sure that it kind of dries enough so you can then stack them and yeah. And my cookies are still baking. Yes, this was the crusting buttercream with powdered sugar, and my recipe on the blog actually uses melted butter. And you can also then add, thanks for the spotlight. You know how much I love it.
They were looking at your hands doing nothing.
Yes, so the recipe on the blog has melted butter. You're more than welcome to try it. But I'm also going to introduce a new, mutant, yes, it's more like hybrid. I like that better. A combination of American buttercream and the buttercream that I have on the blog. Do they ship? I think you should be able to ship these. I mean, I wouldn't do any elaborate decorations on them with, like roses or anything like that, because I think those would probably get damaged. But it's like with royal icing, right? I mean, if they are from the boxes.
But one of the considerations, I think, is the season, because if it's very hot, like there's some air, like here, Montreal is so hot. So don't do that in the summer, because
in the heat of the summer, I wouldn't probably, especially like the recipe that is on the blog with the melted butter, that could be actually left outside if you're using clarified butter, right? If you get clarified butter, or what's the butter?
Well, it's not.
Is
You
it
don't think that it would melt even like it's not about it being shelf stable. It's about it melting, just melting.
I had it here in the summer, and it was fine. I mean, I have to try it in the heat of the summer. Like if you literally like put it out, like I think it would melt. If
Yeah.
I put it out in the heat, in the sun, it would probably melt.
So what are you going to call
What
this?
do I call it? I have no idea. Well, it will just be called, crusting buttercream for cookie decorating.
Hello, Fabiola. Yes, melting.
Yes, I think it would melt. I mean, it has butter in it, so it would probably most likely melt. But you wouldn't want to expose any. I mean, you wouldn't put your baked cookies in 100 degrees of.
Yes, that's it. It's just a shipping
sun, so in the shipping, yeah.
Yeah. So while we wait for the cookies to bake, I just wanted to mention. So I got an Instagram message from a lady wanting some inspiration or ideas for Black History Month, which is February. So we're halfway in. So it's kind of, I'm a little bit behind. So I didn't really make cookies, but I did create, I did look through my cutters and I did like some inspiration stuff. So here are the cutters. So a crown, often this is one of the first ones we pick up. There's a scalloped heart, just a regular scallop circle. There's a seashell at the bottom with the Easter egg for the face, and then the bathing suit and the t-shirt. That bathing suit and t-shirt is from one of Callie's newer sets. And so here are the sketches of the cookies. So you can see there the flag. We use the colors there to kind of like decorate the bathing suit and the t-shirt. And then here you can see the hair where it aligns, like if you Franken cookie those two cookies together, and just some design ideas for you. And then here is that crown. If you want to, you can add so many little details to a project like this. You can add, all kinds of pearls and different things. And I did create 2 stencils, which are both in the groups. I put on Facebook and on Patreon if you're interested, and if you're like looking for ideas for that occasion. So,
yes, I do use, and Mari also uses the Easy Rolling Guide. Those are really nice ideas, Mar.
Yeah, it's just, I didn't have time to make them, but just some ideas for you guys to, if you have, every time we have to run out and get cutters, this is just some ideas for you to use, maybe cutters that you already own.
Okay, so these are fresh from the oven. They're still hot. I'm not gonna touch them, but I don't like this one, so I'll just damage it. Like it's very, like it's soft. Soft. So you really wanna let it kind of cool, before you start handling it, because you will mess it up.
Yeah, they're quite soft when they're hot.
But it smells so good. Oh.
She's in front of us. She's so rude.
I have like a, asbestos throat, my friends would say, because I can drink hot liquids with no problem. Okay, so I'm setting those aside, and here are the ones that are cooled. And do you have anything else prepared? Because I can do a quick.
Yeah, I have a little project.
Okay, awesome. So let's do it. So I'm gonna bring up your camera here, and let's remove mine.
So I did create a supply list, which is in the coffee shop. I added the supply list to Patreon. Those of you that are in the Facebook group, I didn't add the supply list to the Facebook group. You can get it for free in coffee, just because Facebook doesn't allow for me to put a PDF. And so the supply list is a PDF clickable document. And so I can't add it to Facebook, and that's the why it's not there, but it's on Patreon and it's in coffee for free. So this is the project. I've been kind of focusing on gifts for Easter, at like cookie gifts. Many of us love to bake for others, right? So you want to have projects and ideas that you can create to gift the cookies. So here it is. So you can see here, I've got all kinds of eyes and I've got all kinds of little things. So here, let's do one that's decorated. I made one just kind of decorated, and then we'll do the chick on the other one. So you can see here all the little cookies. So I'll just put it together so you can gift them with all these little cookies. Let me find another foot.
That's so cute. Oh,
What happened?
your camera is up.
Oh, no, the whole thing just closed. The thing just closed.
Just give us a minute. She's going to figure it out. Sometimes these things, we always have a technical problem. Oh yeah, I think it's a great idea for the kids. They can kind of have fun with it, make their own. Here we go. Here we go. We're back.
And so this cutter set is from a shop on Etsy. She has awesome ideas.
It was so cute. Now, did you have trouble getting out all the little pieces, or was the cookie dough really chilled when you were doing it? Did you?
Yeah, I used like a really chilled dough. It came out fine. They came out fine. And so here, the little wings. And so you can see here, it makes a really cute gift, and the kids can switch it up, put ahead of, like switch out the pieces. And I did, again, just for inspiration, just to show you guys here. I have a photo of it. It's easier to show the picture. Where is it? So I do have it here so you can see how it's packaged. So I'm using the pizza boxes again. So you want to line the big cookie with a piece of kind of like wax tissue paper. And then you can see the square cupcake liners to have all your pieces in there. And so here are like all the cookies, and you can see like the two versions. So I have the cookies here, the undecorated versions. So it's just a fun, cute little gift idea.
Somebody didn't have the cutters. Do you have any?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to look through your cutters. And so, for example, let's say you have a bunny cutter, okay, and you took the egg. Well, you could trim off the ears on the bunny with the egg so that they fit together. Does that make sense? And then for the feet, look at what you have.
You could maybe, if you have a small cutter, like a small tulip or something like that.
Yeah. This is from another one of Callie's sets. She had this, I think it's kind of like eyes, and I did use it as eyes, but I did have that. And these, I've had feet, bigger feet, these ones here. So this is the foot that came with the set. These are just cutters I got with a Wilton set. I did have those. And then these eyes, this comes with the set, but you can have them separate or you can bake them together. I did decorate them separately, but I do like them melted together. Okay, and so this is the little kind of nose with the teeth part.
Oh, I love that. It's so cute.
A fun little. So if anybody's going to ask me about pricing, I literally have no idea for this particular project, just because this is more of a labor of love type of a project, not really any kind of a money-making thing. Your time.
For the grandkids, I think.
Yes.
That would be really, really cute. Now, do you remember where exactly did you get the set? Is it in your coffee shop, in a supply?
Coffee shop. The name, it's like a weird name, the Etsy shop.
So Marlene's Coffee Shop. So it's there. So if you see here, coffee shop, coffee.com, Montreal Confections, and then there is a tab that says shop, so you can just click on there. And the supply list is free, right? You have a free supply list.
Free.
So it's downloadable. You download a PDF, and the PDF has all the links, clickable links to all the supplies that Marlene is using today.
So the cutters that she has, she actually has the two like directions for like certain cookies, as you want to have like the curve of the ears and stuff. So now this is a color called Dusty Rose. And I'm just filling in the center portion. And if you want, you could just brush it on so that it's more inset to the outer perimeter of the ear.
Oh, Sally, so it's actually we refer to the sets Cali's, like it's from Cali because Cali, it's the name of the person, right? But Sweet Sugar Bell, you need to look up. I'm gonna put it in the comments. Sweet Sugar Bell.
Her stuff is available this year at Michael's. She skipped a year, I think.
The cutters under this name, even on Amazon or Amazon and also Michael's, right? Will carry the brand, and it's under American Crafts, right? Is it still under American Crafts? Yes. And it's the cutter I use, the green cutter. It's also by Sweet Sugar Bell. Most of her cutters are kind of they're plastic, if not all, but they are very good quality plastic cutters. They have a really sharp edge, so it cuts nicely through the dough. And she also has the small ones.
Yeah, she has a mini set, 2 mini sets of like 40 cutters. So these are very small, so difficult to pick up if you need to shake.
Oh, Shayna says, or Shona, that sometimes Zulily has the Sweet Sugar Bell sets.
Yes, she does. It does have it. I've posted it sometimes, the sale on my in my group for.
Unfortunately, some of the sets they get, I guess, sold out and they don't continue right with them. So you don't have that. Like there were some really nice shapes in the past, and people still ask about them. Like the strawberry cutter I used many years ago. Many years ago, 5 years ago, I think, and. You can't find it anymore.
No, I think she did add it to this new set that she has at Michael's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's there.
Because I wish they would still continue with them. I mean, they're all very, very nice. She has a great vision when it comes to creating cookie cutters.
She certainly has a cookie brain. And so you can, in the wet icing, you can add toe beans. Bunnies don't have toe beans, but they're so cute. It adds a bit of color to the cookie, as opposed to just having a white foot. So there.
Then my cousin, they have 2 bunnies. They're giant, and they store their food in a plastic bin. They can open the bin with their teeth.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and they get in. They were eating pea chips. It was green, and my cousin was like, they taste really good. I'm like, how do you know? So she's munching on their food. Apparently, it's very tasty. All from vegetables. So
yeah, I guess it's not as gross as eating dog food.
Yeah, that probably smells too. So is this 20, 25 second? It looks very coffee.
It's on the thicker side. Another thing that you can do when you're rolling such small cookies is roll them at half the thickness that you would roll your regular cookies. I find that it makes them less tall, and so they kind of like, I don't know, you don't see so much of the side edge when you're trying to like play with them as puzzle pieces, like they're more low to the ground. They more look like stickers on your project, if that makes sense.
Now, Jody is asking where is the best place to purchase tipas bag and what is the best brand? Now, I'm gonna give you, I purchased mine on Amazon. I have them listed in my Amazon shop. The brand that I really like that I cannot always get, it's Borderlands Bakery. She has really nice tipas bags, very nice quality thick bags. They don't really burst. What do you think?
I just buy mine on AliExpress. They're usually printed master on them. And I mean, yeah, maybe 1 out of 10 sometimes will get a little bit of a stretch mark. Mm-hmm. But I've never had
I think the most important when it comes to tipas bag is to look for the seam. I have one here. So you want, oh, you're gonna show how you package them. You want your seam. You don't want it basically a flap on your. You want the seam to be super clean. You're looking for a nice tipless bag so you are able to decorate without the tip. Oh, I love how this comes together. So cute.
So you can decide how many actual like eggs you're going to put, the big one, you know. And if you're charging, well, you're going to have to do some serious math because there's like a lot of cookies and a lot of time. So it's a tough one to price, I find. So you
But
say,
this set, it's full of love. I think, like
oh, I
for
think it's one of those that's, yeah, it's just you're doing a project for, you know, for your grandbabies or for your own kids. And then you can, you know, do a nice design on the box with love from grandma, baked with love, and a nice ribbon or whatever. You can customize your packaging. And again, the packaging is in the supply list. I didn't find the Wilton cupcake liners, the square ones. There was another kind of version, but they have a print on them a little bit. So I don't know if you want to look around. So again, like most companies, sometimes things get discontinued. They do still have the loaf liners, which are more kind of rectangle shape, which isn't bad if you're doing you
I
know,
haven't seen the square ones like the ones you have here. I've seen what's really popular is the eclair shape. It's very
yes.
popular here, maybe like because it's a European.
Well, the loaf one it's not bad. Like you could probably finagle the loaf one. Like it's just that they'd be longer. You know, it's pretty much the same. So you'd have less room. But depending on your cookies, they would make a nice kind of liner to do like a gift set. You know, to have an assortment of cookies. Oh, I'm not even on. Hold on. It's just some ideas. So what have I done so far? I did the tic-tac-toe. I did the tic-tac-toe. I did the little kind of like puzzle type squares with the little bunnies peeking
Oh
through.
yes, yes. So you have three different projects using the pizza boxes. So guys, make sure that you get them all because they're gonna get sold out soon, right? If you're going to make
Pizza
all the
boxes.
projects.
If you can get them locally, you can maybe get them locally. The thing is I use the pizza boxes also for the other designs that I've done recently. I just find that it's affordable, sturdy. It's cardboard. There's no plastic. You know, the windows are very nice, but it is plastic when you have the window, you know, on your packaging. So it's like, I guess, sort of environmental, you know, like it's like less, you know, plastic is just sits in the landfills, right? So that's it. Any questions? I'm looking here. Link to the past stream. So in here right now, it's kind of tough for us to post, but if you go on all of our platforms, they're all there. You just have to
I
click
think
live.
the easiest to find would be the YouTube, right? It's the least confusing of the two.
Yeah.
So YouTube would be because there is a tab that says live, so you can just click on that and you should be able to look. There is a lot of live videos we did. So
Yeah, because if you're
the ones
on
you did them in the last couple of weeks, right?
the last few lives, because right now we're not like if you're watching from Facebook, we're not on Facebook right now. We're in another thing to stream, so we can't just on the
Yeah,
comments.
we're using a streaming service because it's just confusing if we were to do it. We can't even do it right from Facebook. Looking for cutters for egg, bunny, and chick.
Well, if you look at if you want inexpensive, Wilton has a big 50 animal set, which is really not expensive. You can get it sometimes for $10. And then Callie, if you look at Sweet Sugar Bells, if you Google her, she's got previous sets. Sometimes you can get inexpensively. And then, you know, you want
Now this is the cutter where you can. This is I think the most popular bunny shape because it's so.
Comfort Grip Bunny by
Yeah,
Wilton.
very good. Also because it doesn't have some of the shapes that I work with, and I'm sure you too. The ears are too narrow and they break, and it's not. This is a solid shape, and I think this can be used for other things. Remember, we did a challenge with this. You did a mermaid. So if you wanna look on our YouTube from a couple of years ago, we did a challenge, and you can check out how. I don't know if it's still up for you on your channel, but Marlon did a mermaid with the bunny, and I did. I don't know what I did. A unicorn. This was, I think, also Wilton. This is a pretty large cutter. This is a good shape for the bunny. Very nice. I also have others. And this is the set you were talking about, the plastic ones. Right?
I mean, it's a very good set if you're starting out value-wise for the cost, and you can sometimes pick it up for really not expensive. Like Global Belly was liquidating that set for like $10. I don't know if they still have any.
I love this shape. It's a variation of the other one. This is a really cute shape, but because of the ears, it's a pain to work with. And this is totally unshippable.
Yes.
This will just break easily. I think
I have a lot of the same ones.
there are a lot of the same. And this is it in a set of 3 cutters, I think. This is a very cute.
Mary.
Very what?
Mary.
Yeah, but also the ears are kind of, troublesome. This is the sheep. No, this is I don't know. Do you have this one?
That's Wilton too, yeah.
This is Wilton, yeah. So this is also. I have my egg somewhere, but Wilton has a good cutters, right?
Well, Anne Clark, if you go on Anne Clark's site and don't shop for Anne Clark on Amazon because they jack up their prices because they have to include the shipping because of Prime. But if you go on Anne Clark's site and you buy the cutters directly from their site, they're really not expensive. The reason that they're like $5 to $8 I've seen on Amazon is because they have of the additional shipping costs, and they have to pay Amazon to be there. So visit their website and price it out to see if it's worth it to shop directly from them. And then there's AliExpress. AliExpress has some deals.
Oh, sorry.
If you shop there, you'll sometimes get some. The thing that I like about AliExpress, they have a particular, like kind of an Anne Clark on there. It's like this one seller, and their shapes are a bit different. So you'll have a bit of a different collection than maybe, people that shop at the American stores. So it's just that it gives you a little bit of a variety in your shapes. They do have a lot of similar to them, though.
I don't know if this is that you're looking for a are you looking for a goldfish cutter? If you're looking for a goldfish cutter, you can use a strawberry. If you'd like to know how, you can just look on my blog, and I use the strawberry cutter to make the goldfish. And all you have to do is type in 30, go on hanielas.com and type into the search 30 cutters, and the post will come up, and there is a goldfish using a strawberry cutter. So you don't necessarily need all the cutters.
Yeah, you see, Brianna tested it out. So there. And Anne Clark is an American company made in the USA. If you guys want to support American businesses, it's great.
And it's also very nice.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to storing the metal cutters, make sure that you store them away from moisture. I like to store mine with raw rice, actually. If you can get your hands on food grade silica packets, the packets you find in shoes and those small little packets with little balls, those will absorb moisture. So that's really helpful, especially if you live in a humid area. Even if you don't live in a humid area, I find that the metal cutters, they tend to get rusty. So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind. And I keep mine closed in containers.
Yeah, another reason why I do really, really, really like Sweet Sugar Bells cutters, because first of all, she's actually a cookie decorator, so her brain thinks about fragile sections and thinks about all the things that like a real cookier thinks about, whereas I find sometimes the cutters that are on the market are not designed by cookiers clearly. You'll see these odd little weird things sticking out, like The dough doesn't come out. They bake. When you have a small section sticking out, it'll burn, it'll break off. And that's not a cookie brain that designed that, right? You're pulling out more.
These are all Callie's cutters as well. You see, these are all plastic. Very nice cutter. This is Alphabet. I don't know if she still is available, but this is a really nice.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Very nice set. If you're looking for Alphabet, so this is a nice set. They are I think relatively easy to cut. You know, sometimes the letter cutters, they come with such fine narrow sections that it's very difficult to get the cookie out. You have to use like a toothpick, and then it gets a hole or a Q-tip or whatever. So these are really nice to have. So look for something like that. It even has a hashtag. Look at that. Oh, Charlotte, I can relate because I remember I was so excited. I bought myself a ballerina and you couldn't possibly get it out. Like it was everything. The arms were so fine. Like it was like a delicate little thing, and I couldn't.
See, Charlotte is saying the same thing. I mean, so they
yes.
They do like these custom shapes, but they're essentially useless. So, well, that's it. We're on time.
Okay, so I don't know what's happening on Tuesday. I had a lot of Easter cookies that I prepared with the soft cookie dough. Like this dough makes like 50 cookies. So I made 2 doughs this today. So 50, 100. I also made another on Monday. So I have lots of cookies. So I will do everything again. And stay tuned for the buttercream recipe. I'm hoping to get it out next week so you guys can try and use it, and hopefully you will like it.
Thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll even though we don't know what's happening, we will be there on Tuesday.
We'll be on Tuesday. Bye guys.
Bye.